right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the advanced Pilates class for today. And we're going to get started right away. Sit near the end of your mat, and we're going to roll right back into your footwork. So sit upright, show your best posture here. You can look down and then curve the tail up as you curve your spine down. Your arms can reach forward until you bring your hands behind your head. Frog in, heels together, knees the width of your chest. Inhale, push the legs up and out on a long diagonal, and exhale, frog in. So you push and pull. Make this active. You want to enjoy the stretch of the legs reaching forward. Try to resist looking up at your feet. That will only flatten out your spine. Look down at your belly as you work your legs. One more. Come in, parallel legs, soft point, and you continue. Try not to stop and start. We're looking for flow as we advance into the Pilates work, which means that ideally the movement is continuous. It flows from one exercise into the next as you start from the beginning of your time to the end of the session. Try to wrap your feet around two invisible balls, like tennis balls here. If the legs are too high, you might fall back. If they're too low, you'll feel it in your back. So find the sweet spot that works for you. Now flex and go out. Heels reach forward, toes flare back. You reach forward through the inside edge of your feet to activate the inside line of your thighs. Your hands are actively pulling the skull up to elongate the neck, decompress the vertebra there in the neck and in the upper back. Keep pulling the toes back and into your shins as you work the legs actively here. One more. And then you can take the legs higher, lift them, inhale to point the feet, and then exhale to flex. Roll heel, ball, toe, and then toes, ball, heel. So really try to articulate the feet, working them through all the joints, all the muscles. Elbows come forward, up and in. Chances are gravity's pulled you back a little bit. You want to recommit to your upper curl. And then we extend the arms forward, start pumping the arms. Inhaling. Here we go for hundreds. And exhaling. The arms are stretching long. You don't want like soft floppy arms. You don't want your wrist to wag. You also don't want them stiff. So try to imagine like water flowing from the shoulder out through the middle finger and shooting across the room, up and down the wall in front of you. The collarbones stay wide in order to let the shoulders drop a little bit behind you. You're resting on just the tip of the blades. Keep trying to pull up and curve as you press your waist down so you feel that work in your upper abdominals right under your chest. The legs at whatever height you need. You already did a lot of ab work, so they might be higher than you would if you just started with your hundreds. And let's go for one more breath. Exhale completely, and you can slide the legs forward. You can reach the arms back for roll up. We lift here, inhale. Arms, head, neck, shoulders. Exhale, maybe even taking your hands to your legs for that first one. Back over, stretching it out. I can totally tell I've been at a desk all morning. So we're going to roll it back here, lengthen out through your heels, and that may be true for you as well. Stretch the arms behind you, reach long, open up your lats, and then we lift to come up. Each one should get a little smoother, a little easier, both as you warm up your core and also as you stretch out that back line. The arms higher is more work for you. So only go as high up with the arms as you're able to still control your movement, either up or down off the ground. It's much easier if the arms are lower. And of course, it would be even easier still if you use a TheraBand around your feet or hand weights here in your hands. Try to lay your spine down carefully, slowly, gently. Treat it with care. We get one, right? And then lift to come up. Exhale. Rounding over, take that stretch. And we're going back for the last time here. So focus. You can even imagine holding a ball between your arms. Squeeze from the armpits to engage your lats and your serratus, your obliques. Circle the arms around for rollover. Arms at your side. We bend the knees in a little bit. Let's see, give myself more space. All right. Lift the legs up and slightly forward. They're together, soft point. Push through your arms. You're going up and over. The legs parallel to the ground if you can. Flex the feet, open the legs 4 to 5 inches. And now press through your arms, resist the gravity as you bring your spine into the ground slowly. And then you take the legs forward, they're still apart. Go to your working level. Point the feet, close the legs, and we go over again. The legs matched up perfectly. Lifting here, rounding your back, enjoying the stretch. Now you can't look to the sides. You have to look up and back. Open flex, and down you go. Imagine your heels stuck to the wall. Reach back through your heels as you pull forward with your spine. Try to get more length into the back line of your legs. Press the legs forward, point, close, and go up and over again. One more like this. Inhale and exhale in each direction. Open flex, and down you go. Drop the legs as close to your body as you can. To feel that stretch, really enjoy it. I know I need it after sitting on a chair for most of the morning. Close, now open, reversing the leg position. So it's a soft point still, but the legs are apart on the lift. The first set of 3, we had them close. Now we close and flex at the heels. And then we reach out through the heels on the way down. You find resistance to gravity by pressing through your arms and working through your core. Press the legs forward, reach out, point apart, go up and over. Think of lifting the tail to pick up the legs and not just letting the legs pick up your tail. That'll give you more work in the low abs. Flex, close, and down we go. The neck is lengthening. You're reaching back for your halo as you reach forward with your spine. And then reach the legs out to that working level. You don't want your back to arch. You want to feel the abs are really working. Pull the legs open, but engage the space between them by imagine squeezing into a ball at your thighs, at your feet. Close the legs, flex, lower the heels if you can. Keep looking up and slightly back. Keep your throat long as you roll your spine down. We're moving into tree. We lower the left leg down. That foot is flexed. Hopefully you don't hit anything on your way down. Point the foot that's in the air and take it at an angle where you can lift. So we're coming up. Look at your midline. Head, neck, shoulders lift. Left hand to the back of the right leg. You're coming up. The arms will assist you, but you're really trying to get a lot of the work in your core. Come all the way up and sit up as tall as possible. Balance here on your sits bones. And let's go down. So you don't lean back, right, to start. You start with a pelvic curl, a tuck, round your back, and then as your spine goes down, the arms follow you down. Avoid holding onto the back of the knee as you work your way into the ground here. Keep stretching both legs out on whatever angle they're on. And we lift to come up again. Inhale to start the movement. Exhale to come all the way up. Shoulders are still relaxing down the back. You lift the leg as high as you can. If you need to bend the knee for your hamstrings, that's also great. And then down we go. Start with the spine, then move the arms. Keep pushing forward with your heel on the ground and reaching out through the center of the sole of the lifted leg. We lift again, last time. Coming upright. Chest is wide here. Now inhale, bend the elbows, lift the leg, exhale, release it. Stretch it up, try to kick the ceiling. And as you do that, watch that you're not like rounding back to pick it up, right? So try to hold your body in position. We'll do our best. And then reach the arms forward. This is non-traditional. Traditional is the hands to the legs. But let's reach out and then try to roll the spine down. The arms resist, the leg resists. You're pushing in away from your spine as you lower your spine. Arms at your side. Now we're doing the advanced single leg circle here, right leg only. We'll go back and pick up tree after this. The right leg crosses over, you spiral the hip off. Hip, waist, and ribs are almost vertical. You circle around, bring the leg externally rotate, bring it to the top. And again, so start with a short inhale, a long exhale. We're going to pick up the pace. Take it over, and then exhale, reach long, around into the sky. 2 more here. The shoulder girdle stays grounded. The ribs can lift, but the shoulder blade stays down. Complete the circle at the top and reverse. Out to the side, inhale, exhale all the way around and up to the ceiling. Reach here. The left side of the body stays stable, but the right side is still flowing on and off the mat. So I let my hip follow the foot. And one more. And then from here, we scissor switch the legs. Right leg down, left one up, right foot flex, left is a point. Tree on this side. So take the leg to an angle where you think you can lift into it, and then bring your right hand across to the back of the left leg. Come up, you're working your abs, you're working your psoas. To pull your body up high and feel the stretch in your waist and in the back of your leg. And then we tuck, curve the tail up, press the sacrum down, and start to go back. Move your body, then move your arm. Come all the way down the legs to lengthen away from your pelvis. Arms stretch low here. Keep the shoulders away from your ears, lifting again. Right hand first. Avoid the knee. Come all the way up. Grow taller. You can pull back with the arms a little bit to widen the chest and float up through your halo. And then we're still looking at the inside of the legs, right? We don't want to really look at the leg because then your gaze is a little on the tilt. And so your body will do the same thing. Last time lifting, try to look right down your central axis, sternum to navel to pubic bone, coming up there. And now we sit up as tall as you can. Maybe the leg lowers a little bit to find that vertical posture. Bend the elbows, lift the leg, and exhale, reach it away. Elbows go wide, the shoulders are easy. They're not hunching. We're gonna think of a long, beautiful neck here. After the third one, leave the leg up, reach the arms out, stretch through all those limbs, and bring your body down to the floor. Come all the way down, arms lengthen at your side, lift the leg, and circle, lifting the hip off. The left side is mobile. We circle out, around, and then lift. And again here, reach. Adjust as you need to avoid your walls. Stretching here, out, around, and up. Exhale through this. One more time. Keep lengthening out through the leg. We need to stretch. We're tired of sitting. Take the leg out to the side, circle around, across, and lift it up. Right side is heavy as the left leg moves away from it. And then we want to let the left side be fluid, light, and mobile. It follows the foot out and to the other side of the room. We're going to complete this up at the top. And then fold that knee into your chest, hug it in, and we can roll forward and up, lifting the other leg, rock up to sitting right into your rolling like a ball position. Feet are suspended off the ground, elbows wide, look at your belly. Inhale, lift the tail, roll to your shoulder blades. Exhale, come up to your balance point and rock back again here. Exhaling forward like so. Draw a straight line down the mat and then up the mat. So you know you're working the right and left side of your body equally. There's a firm pressure back with your hands and out with your shins, which will firm up your arms and also firm up your core. One more. Keep looking down so that you never roll onto that neck or the head. They're vulnerable here. And now right hand to the ankle, right ankle, left hand to the right knee. Push the left leg away, roll back for your ab series. The leg pulls in tight. You're still pushing up at the shin. Inhale, switch. Reconnect, hand to shin, shin to hand, and switch. Inhale for one side, exhale for the other. The leg that's extended shoots right out of the socket and goes to whatever level works for you. It could be really low, or it could be much higher, right? We're going to end with the left leg in. Stay up in your curl, one hand to each shin. Press the shins up, push down with the arms, feel it in the armpits. Inhale, stretch the arms and legs out long, and then embrace, pull everything in. The height doesn't matter, except it matters to you to be sure that you're in your abs and not in your back. The most advanced version, the toes touch down as the arms reach out. They slide out along the ground. As you circle the arms around, you embrace the legs, you pull them in. Do it once more, whatever version works for you. And then you pull everything in into scissors, right leg up and left leg forward. Pull yourself up, look into your midline and switch. And switch again. Your chin is tucked down as you look at your navel. The legs again work into straight line forward and then back up again. Imagine moving through sand. You want to feel that you've got to push through the air, not just glide through it. And we'll end with the left leg up, hands behind the skull, pick up the occipital ridge, legs zipper together. Now we inhale, we lower the legs out and down, double leg lower lift. Exhale, drag them up from those deep hip flexors, your psoas muscles right next to your spine. Be careful when you take the legs out that you don't overarch your back. There's an arch in it naturally here. Keep it. Don't increase it. And we'll do two more. Push the legs into each other. That helps you feel a little more connected to your central axis, to your super low abdominal line. And reach out long, stretch the legs. Keep lengthening them like you're drawing an arc up to the ceiling. And now we twist to the right. coming up and around, and then we switch the legs and come up and twist to the left. Keep moving through this, keep breathing. This is the last of the ab series. Of course, we'll be working the abs through the rest of the session. Let's do one more set here. Come up and forward. The forward is the part you have to remind yourself to do. Lay everything back. And then we roll forward and up for spine stretch. So as you come up, you want to open the legs, and to the advanced position, we lift the arms up to the ceiling. Now the lower part of the torso should stay vertical. Turn the palms in. This is non-traditional, but it's great for our bodies. So we're going to imagine holding a ball lifted to the ceiling, do a swan and upper back extension. So your shoulder blades fall over there. You're right at the bra line. And then we're taking the ball forward, look forward, then look down, exhale all the way out and over. Pounce here over your legs, dive your body, stretch it out, curve it, feel the length in the back line, including the hamstrings. And then we press down through the legs as we stack up bottom to top of the spine. Try to keep the lower part of the back vertical like you're up against a wall. And then waterfall backwards, rest your scapula on the top surface of the wall. And then you're forward again. Look down, the gaze starts to tip the head on the neck. Move the head to move the neck, and then move upper back, mid back, low back. Round forward, hip flexion with the belly lifted as if you're trying to pick it up around a beach ball here on your legs. Press down to rise again. One more upper back extension. The angle at your hip should not have changed. It's tempting to lean back, don't do it. And then all the way forward. Hang onto your feet, hang onto your legs, pull your waist back, really stretch. Shoulders are still down though. You're not letting them hike up by your ears. You're keeping the collarbones wide and the blades down. In this position, flex your feet, get the stretch you're looking for. And now we frog in for open leg balance. At this level, we skip the one-legged version. We're going right to two legs. Heels are connected. And inhale, both legs lift up. I rotate the hands a little bit so the thumbs are more on across the top of the shin. And then exhale, I rotate the arms in so the arms fall inside the knees as you exhale and lower. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, pulling it back. The back is still rounded. You're thinking upper ab curl and pelvic tuck. And then we're getting ready to roll. So we're going to lift the legs up, hold it here. Arms and legs as straight as possible. Look down, and then we lift the tail. Roll back to the shoulders. Exhale, coming up. Your hair can touch the ground, but try not to let your head have any weight into it. As you go back and then forward. And then hold it. Close the legs. We're getting ready for the advanced corkscrew. If you are not sure about this, you're welcome to do just a regular corkscrew, which would just be legs up in the air, small circles, alternating direction, like so. For the advanced version, we begin with the jackknife up. We went over the prep for this in one of the earlier sessions this year. So that would be a shoulder bridge with a tilt going up and down with the spine on a diagonal. So here we're going up, we jackknife up. Try to push your legs up high. This is different. Jackknife is different from rollover, and rollover, the legs are parallel to the ground. Here they're more elevated. Now we're going to rotate the spine a little to the right. The spine is still centered over the mat. Go down on the right side of your spine. I'm imagining that I can tap down like 2 inches to the right of my spine. And then I'm going to circle the legs out to the right, forward, to the left, pull them almost all the way in, come up in that twist to the left. So the chest is still parallel, but the hips are rotated. And at the top, you unwind, you're centered. So now we twist again to the left, go down on the left side of the spine. It's like all the ballast in the boat went to the left. As soon as the hips touch, you can take the legs out to the left, forward, around to the right. So you get this rotation, this kind of massage around your sacrum, pull it up and in. Another thing that's helpful to think as we go down on the right is that from here, your toes are going to draw a shape in the air that looks like a raindrop or a teardrop. So you go down on the narrow part, you have the bulb at the bottom. As you do your little semicircle, you come almost all the way back in, and then you come up and you lift and you center. Toes are over your third eye. And now we go down on the left, tilt going down, press the ground away so you don't collapse to the floor. You can always with this too, as you start to learn it, you can elevate your hips on blocks, on a roller, on pillows, on blankets, whatever you need. And now we're coming right down the center to come up into saw. So you lift up, you open the legs, and we extend the arms out. Press the arms down, lift them up through your halo, rotate to the right and dive over, back of the hand to the outside of the leg. The back arm reaches long, stretching, coming upright, unwind, and then we spiral to the left. As you go over, remember not just to fall to the knee, but reach back and look behind you, open that shoulder back to the wall behind you. And now lift to come up, center here. And again, so as I tip over to my right, I'm going to pull my right shoulder blade down and in towards the spine, moving the right shoulder blade towards the left one to give me more rotation through that upper back and neck. And then lift to come up, center here, and spiral again, diving over, lengthen again, stretch, reach. The arms pull as long as possible. You're spiraling, you're keeping weight in your opposite hip. That feels so good around the sacrum. We need that stretch there. Center, let's do one more set. Take it over, dive. Give yourself that extra rotation and the press down through the opposite sits bone. Lift to come up, tall, unwind, spin to your left, go over again. Stretch it out, reach it long here. Give yourself a little extra length, a little extra rotation. There's always more to find. Come up, center, and then lower the arms. The legs are together. We flip over onto our stomachs for swan. We're going to off the ground. Elbows pull back. We're going to pull forward with the chest and up. And then release it on down. Elbows back and in. Heart rises. This is the second one. On the third one, you're going to release and do some rocking. So we lift. You can pick up the arms. You can push off the ground to lift your chest and then throw the legs in the air behind you. And then we go back down, prop yourself up on your forearms for single leg kick. Push the arms down, pull the back, pull the chest up, expand it. Kick the right heel in, 1, 2, and down, and then the left. 1, 2, and down, and then the right. Double beat here. And the other side. One more set like this. Stretching the quad as you work the hamstring. Go ahead and lay down. Turn your head to your right. Cheek to the mat. Overlap the hands high on the back, let the elbows drop. We take a deep breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, beat 3 times both legs. 1, 2, 3. Push the shins into the ground. Reach the arms back. Come center with the head. Look up. Lift your chest. Pull the arms along behind you. Go down. And you turn your head to the left. Pulse the air out of your lungs. Press the feet into the floor, lift. Eventually your thumbs knit together, the wrists are straight, the fingers reach long, and down we go, turning right. Elbows fall, 3 beats. Try to keep the body steady on the ground as you kick, and then reach up and back. Heart rises, you stretch the abs. You go down again, looking left. Pump the air out of your lungs with the beating of your legs into your tail, and then go up less time. And we go down, child's pose. Round your back, curve it. Stack your spine, bottom to top. Flip around for neck pull. The legs are apart, hip width. Feet are in flexion, hands go behind your head. We're going to pull the skull up, lengthen here, hinge back, lean back in a plank, tuck and roll yourself down. The elbows can move, the arms can come forward. You go all the way to the ground, lay your head back, and then coming up, press your fist into your hand or keep your hands behind your head, more difficult. I'm not there today. So we're gonna lift, just push, exhale, and round over, hands behind your head, dive forward, stretch it out, pull the spine into length, really stretch that low back, and then articulate bottom of the spine to the top of the spine. The abdominal wall stretches as you lift. Lean back again, lengthen out through your heels. Hold that plank and then round your tail up, curve your back into the ground, go down with control. Coming up and we lift again. You can use the hands like so. Push fist into palm, coming up as soon as you can, hands behind the head. Don't push it forward and down. Push it long out and away from your tail. So we're looking to decompress the spine as you move here and then flow up. And let's do one more going down. Tuck and roll it on out. Lengthen through the heels. You try to keep your body in the same spot on the mat. Sometimes you end up creeping back. All right, that just means that you're not reaching long enough through your legs there. All right, so next, we're going into bridge here with kicks. At level 5, with the next more advanced level, we would add some more inversions and legs up in the air, but not for today. So here we go. So let's just begin by pressing the waist down, curving the tail up in a pelvic tuck. We're going to come up, push through your feet, lift your hips, press down through the top of the shoulders, pull the blades together underneath your body, and really boost up with your glutes. So we'll bend the right knee into the chest, keep that hip elevated, extend the leg up to the ceiling. The reach of your foot keeps that right pelvic half off the ground. We point the foot to bring the leg down, flex the foot to lift it up. Point, take it down, flex and lift it. Point, reach, and flex up. Point the foot, bend the knee. As you lower that foot down, lift that right hip. It may have fallen a little bit. You're now elevated with both hips. And we're going to pull the left leg in. Knee into the chest, lift the foot to the ceiling, reach up with the foot, reach up with the glute. Point down and flex up. Now the leg length, eventually it goes to the floor, but you might do a smaller range of motion. After this one, we lift the leg, we bend the knee. And the smaller range of motion could allow you to keep the pelvis in the air. And then we'll bring the spine down, roll to the inner arm, the shoulders curve up a little bit, round your back, stretch it out. Imprint your spine down from the top of the shoulders all the way to the tailbone. You'll feel the pelvis rock on the femurs. And then we're pulling the tail up again, coming up, just a regular bridge here. At the very top, you push the top of the shoulders down, you roll to the outer arm a little bit. You lift your heart, you lift your sternum. The blades are pulling together underneath you like you corseted them in. And you're still thinking, don't let your knees splay out, keep the inner thighs engaged. Now let's roll to the inner arm, the blades move sideways. You round the back, right underneath the base of the neck. And you sink those upper ribs, the middle ribs, the lower ribs, the waist, the sacrum, the tail in sequence to the ground. It's a really nice massage and a really good release. And we do that one more time, one more bridge. This time when we go up, we're going to start with the left leg for the kicks. Go all the way up, push the ground away with your feet, with the top of your shoulders, with your arms, and then pull the left knee in, extend the leg up. Now we start with the flex this time. Flex and tap down, point to lift up. Flex and reach, point and lift. One more. Lift the foot, lift the hip, bend the knee, lower the foot, push up if you've dropped. And now the other side. Pull the right knee in, extend the leg high, flex the foot, kick it away. Point and lift it up. Flex to go down, point to let it rise. One more, flex down, point, lift, bend the knee, lower the foot, lift the hip. And now we roll to the inner arms. We melt the spine down between the blades. We come all the way down and settle the tail down. Now we rock forward and up for spine twist. Coming up to sitting. Extend the legs forward. Feet are flexed. You're in a vertical position with your torso. Arms extend, they're a little in front of your collarbones. Push down with the armpits to fly up. And we rotate to the right. Twist 1, 2, 3. Lift to center and then to the left. Now your feet ideally should not be shifting. If they do, it's an indication that you're shifting the pelvic halves. And we're really trying not to do that. We're trying to stay balanced right on the two sits bones and rotate the spine from the very bottom, from the tail through the sacrum, up the spine here to the top of the head. You can practice this with your feet against a wall to see what that would feel like. And one more set. Bring out your waist. Double check it's not the arms pulling you around, it's your waistline pulling you around. Come back to center, lower the arms. We lay back down for jackknife. So you flow down, you don't lift your legs until your head is all the way down, and then you can pick up the legs. So you could do one leg lifting at a time, straight leg, or you can bend the knees in, lift them up. And now we jackknife up. So you look a little bit up and back, push through the arms, you're coming up, and then lift your legs up as high as they go. Now you're still looking up, trying to keep some length in the throat. And then you bring your tail forward and down, press into the arms, resist gravity. You strengthen here through your center, through your lats, as you lower with integrity, with a little bit of care, right? And stretch the legs out. We're going to lift again. So go up, 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 push off. Think about your body like a flame, and the flame is smoking here at the tip, letting the smoke go up into the clouds above us. And now we're coming down. We're going to lower the lower part of the back sequentially, reach the legs out and away. And then let's do one more. Legs go just to your working level, right? Don't take it to the point where your back arches. Come up, push off the ground, lift. The eyes are always up and always back. If you look at your feet and you move your chin towards your chest, that won't be so good for your neck. So we want to keep the gaze fixed. Then go ahead and we lower the leg down. Turn over on your side to face the camera for side kicks. Okay, the legs are forward, maybe 30 or 40 degrees. The tail reaches out behind you. More advanced, you take both hands behind your skull, pull the head long and the shoulders down. Pick up your top leg, flex the foot, bring it forward, double beat, 1, 2. Point the foot, take the leg back and pulse 1 and 2. Don't let your torso rock forward. The torso is going to stay where it is. It's helpful to pull that bottom elbow in towards your armpit. And it's also helpful to think of pressing that bottom leg into the ground like it's welded to the floor. Come back to center, we rotate externally, point, and you lift the leg up and flex, bring it down. So after front back, we do up, down. One more, point to go high, flex to pull it down, now reverse. Flex and lift, point and stretch it out and away. Pull your head away from your leg as it lowers. One more, flex to rise, point to take it down right into développé. Bend the knees, slide it in, knee to armpit, lift the foot, flex and reach it out, close the legs. Slide in, extend, flex the foot now, push it down, point the foot before you move the leg in here, lift it up, it's still pointed, flex, and now press, now reverse. Flex foot, straight leg up, point the foot, bend the knee, the leg slides out along the bottom leg, you flex at the end and you lift it in an arc, point the foot, fold the knee in, tap the toe to the thigh, bring it all the way down, we'll do one more. Lift, point, bend, exhale all the way down for rond de jambe. Big circles, bring it forward, inhale, exhale, up, around, back, go long with the body, knit that connective tissue together, the fascia works to hold you in place. Reaching up, around, the leg rotates on the socket, your torso stays quiet. One more. You really challenge your core with the weight and length of your leg. And then back to center, reverse, take it back, open it up, rotate externally, lift, pull it forward, around, and through center in parallel, reach it back. Again, let's pull the head away, stretch out through both feet, push that bottom leg into the ground continuously. You know where it's hard. That's where you have to really exhale and breathe through this exercise. Now we'll go figure 4. So you take that foot in front of your hip, pull the knee up towards the ceiling, bottom leg rises, and exhale, lowers down. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower, pick it up again, and exhale down. We're going to lift it, hold it up, circle around it up, 1 and 2 and 3, lift and circle, reversing 1 and 2 and 3, bring it up and lower it down. Top leg is on it. You can lay your head down on your arm, take both arms overhead, just press the fingers into each other, swing the legs back to like a 15-degree angle from your spine. From here, we're going to lift the top leg up, pull the bottom leg up to it, and bring the bottom leg down. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. One more up and exhale down. Now lift and hold, and then both legs go down, both legs go up. Think of the top leg as dead weight. It's resting on that bottom leg. We get a lot of work in your obliques here. Pick it up, hold it up, little walks. And then bigger steps, giant strides. The hard one is taking the lower leg behind you. Really brace into your abs as you do that. Go longer with the legs, go longer with the head. Stretch your body as you work it. Come back to center, lift, and then lower it down. And we're on the stomach now for grasshopper. Overlap your hands under your forehead, legs and turn out. Pick up your legs and clap. It's a gentle clap. Don't slam your heels into each other. It's a quick rebound. And then the legs are lowered. Sit back in a child's pose. Normally we would just turn to the other side, but since we're using Zoom, we've been turning the body around so you can still see the camera and I can still see you. Okay, so we start with like a little wider angle here at the hip, and we bring the top leg up, flexing the foot. Inhale, glide it forward, up, hands to the head, pull the neck along, point the foot, take it back, and reach back. I need a little more space. And then flex to go forward, double beat, point the foot, take it back, pull the body long, do not lean forward with the chest. Flex to go forward one more time, reach out through the tail and the sits bone, feel the stretch in the hamstring, point and take it back, the bottom leg presses the ground. Come back to center, lower the leg, rotate, point and bring it high, flex and all the way down. Point to go up, flex to bring it down, one more, point lift, and flex, close, now reverse, flexing up, point and stretch it away, flex and lift, point and down, double pay, bend it in, knee to armpit, lift the foot, flex and close. Drag it in, extend, flex the foot at the ankle, press one more. Push it away from you, pull the head away, now reverse, up with the flex foot, point the foot, bend the knee, slide the foot down, it slides out, it stretches the other leg like a steam iron would iron out the wrinkles from silk. Do one more. All the way long for rond de jambe and forward, point the foot softly. Go up, back, around, and through center. Reaching here, circling, stretching, the bottom leg presses firmly into the ground. You're right on the side seam there, just like you are on the rib cage, and then reverse. Back, open, circle forward and around. Open the hip, feel that length through the low abdominal wall as well as the deep psoas by your spine. And one more. All right, close and figure four. And we pick the bottom leg up and lower it down. Lift here and exhale down. Lift again. Exhale, lower, lift, hold it up. Circle it up one, and then two, and then three. Reach it up, reverse your circles, around it up one, and then two, and then three. Lift it, lower it down, extend the legs out, extend the arms out also. You can bring both arms overhead. It is easier to have your hands, of course, in front. So we're going to pick up the top leg, bring the bottom leg up, and then lower the bottom leg down. You end up sort of balanced on your greater trochanter. It's a little knob that sticks out at the top of your femur. You'll feel it press into the ground here. And then lift, hold, both legs go down and both legs come up. And then we lift, we hold the legs up and do your little walks. Try not to rock back. Try to stay right on your side seam. And then do your big, giant gliding strides. I think walk, then run. Pull the legs together. They lift one last time. They lower down. We're on our backs now for teaser. So there are options here. You could use a TheraBand around your feet, which would make it a lot more accessible. You could also just start from the top and work down. I'm going to work from the ground. So we'll fold the knees into the chest, press the legs together, extend the legs out and up on a diagonal. You slide the arms forward. You squeeze the arms in to bring your torso up towards your legs, and then keep your legs in the air. Push them away from you as you roll your spine down. Once you're all the way down, we lift. Coming up, pull, work it up, come up, and then bring it down again. Lay your spine down, and one more. Coming up, your hands can slide up your legs if you need that connection. Now from here, lower, lift the legs. Inhale down, exhale up. Try not to move your torso. The movement can be small with your legs. Keep rounding your back, be sure it's safe. Then from here, we're gonna do a full teaser out. You push the feet away at eye level. You roll your spine down, heels touch where the blades do. Come on down, lift your head, scoop on in. This would be much more accessible if you had a TheraBand around your feet into your hands. You can also always bend the knees in if you need to protect your spine, right? And we come up one last time, full teaser up. And then let's bend the knees, take your hands behind you. Easier on the elbows, like going down here and then curling the tail up gives you a little drag across your sacrum. More difficult would be the elbows bent and you're propped up on your hands. We fold the legs in, we lift the legs for hip circles. Inhale around to the right, exhale to the left, pull the legs up and reverse. Bend your knees if you need to protect your back. The good news is there's only 3 sets. The even better news is you can always just stop and rest if you need to. Last set here. Around and lift it up. Fold the knees in, stretch the legs out. We're flipping over onto your stomach for swimming. 2 more to go. That'll fill us in for today. I'm thinking maybe next time we may start and work through the second half of the advanced intermediate work. So we're going to pick up the right arm and the left leg, and then lower everything down, and then the left arm and the right leg, and then lift everything down. Now pick up everything, arms, legs, head, chest, and then start pumping. Breathe deeply, stretch it out, stretch long, lower down, sit back in a child's pose, round your back, come on up, let's just turn around for seal to end. So take your hands through your legs, wrap your hands around your ankles, rock back onto your sacrum, and we open and close the legs. So here we clap by moving the thighs apart and together 3 times. You'll roll back, try to balance on your shoulder blades and clap 1 to 3 times. I always feel like I have to warm up into this. So the first one, usually I don't get 3 claps. And then maybe by the second or the third, it's more consistent. But of course, it took me like 5 years of doing Pilates before I felt like I could do this, where some of my friends did it the very first time they tried. It's just kind of how it goes. Like all of our bodies do different things and at different levels of accomplishment. And then we just work on what we need to work on, right? And then we'll do one last one. Keep looking down at your belly. And then you can lower the legs down. All right, darlings, we are done for today. Excellent. Thank you so much for doing this with me today. And for those of you doing it on YouTube,